as a follow-on from the last video of the amazing Father's Day gift that I got, we're going to do the rehousings of everything that was sent over from Gar at Arachnotube and Spider Shop, Lee Arden. So we'll just start off with some of the nice small things to start with and work our way up. All these small ones we just rehouse back into the tiny vials that they've come in. Nothing wrong with them. So we'll just pull the tissue out. Fill with a bit of substrate. Just because we can, a little tiny stick in there. As we all know, tiny arboreals, or tiny slings as arboreals, they decide that they're going to be fossorial anyway, so we probably won't see much of this once it goes in. If it wants to. No. Thank you. And on the plus side, we're rehousing them back into their tiny pots. They're already labelled up for me. So everyone's a winner. Now moving on to the T elbow. Same thing again, we just pull the tissue out. Get rid of that one. I'll fill with substrate. And we can all see the difference on how slowly an old world moves normally compared to a new world there. Onto the Bumba cabocla. It's saying 1 to 2 centimetres, so hopefully this will just be rehoused into this as well. Just try and get some. Same again, half filled with some substrate. There we are. Another tiny little sling. So, as I've now found out, the CKK, I mean some people might have already guessed, but I wasn't. I'd say that I wasn't. I didn't guess it at the time, but I found out is actually the Killibrachys KN Kraken. So we now have a Kraken added to the collection. So with this one, we give just a little bit more substrate. Tonight is also watering day, so we will get round to watering everything at some point. A little bit bigger. Trying not to get them to bolt on my arm too much. You always get one runner.
Okay.
And sorry about that, but we'd rather make sure a spider's safe. Onto the Gar Rees, I believe is how it's pronounced. I'm not too sure. I know that I probably do butcher a lot of names. I'm still not very good, but we'll soon get there. Onto another fossorial type. Okay. Quite a bit of substrate in there for it. Even though it is tiny, tiny, tiny. Much smoother, much easier than the last, shall we say. Now, the NNC. Try and slide the tissue out without ripping it too much. A little bit of substrate. And a little something, if we can. Just as a little anchor point, if it wants to start webbing up already. Now looking at this might actually be a little bit too small for it. Let's try and get it before it decides to do a dart up my arm. Let's see if we can get him in the pot before it goes too far up my arm. We close him off before he decides that he wants to do a runner anywhere else. So, GBB, we've done a little bit of something different than I normally do. Most of the setups are pretty straightforward. This one I've tried to give a few extra anchor points and things so that he's got a few bits to web off of, or she, maybe, we don't know. This is the third one in the collection now, so hopefully if we can yes, as I was saying, sorry, this is the third one in the collection, so hopefully we do have maybe a male and a female, maybe two males to a female, who knows. I'd rather you not come out for a little stroll as well. Come on. See how nice and calm New Worlds can be though. As everyone well knows though, the trick to a lot of it is just to keep you cool. Most of the time things go reasonably okay. Right, Polka set up. little hide, water dish. As I say, back to a simple setup really. It's not overly big. Still hasn't got really its jet black colours yet. Next molt or two we'll start seeing those. Maybe a little bit too big for it, but one or two molts and it'll grow in.
Okay.
So, last but not least, after doing a little bit of digging around, I'm leading to believe it's a Selena Cosma dichromata. I believe it's actually one of Gar's favourite fossorial species of tarantulas. Don't quote me on that. But we shall see how this one goes. As we said, it has got caution right on the bottom, but we all know how things can go, and it's always great when you can't actually see. Now, if I have pronounced anything wrong, then please let me know. I'm always up for learning. I don't quite know. Oh. Okay, I see it down at the back. But it's on. Has it come out with the tissue? She or he, what we do, just so that you can get a quick little shot, if you can. See him or her in there. And now what we'll try and do is we'll try and coax her out of this. If possible. Well, she seems to be, she, I keep calling she, but could be he. I'm not quite sure. In such a small little tank as well, I'm having a few problems. Sorry if you can't see much. But unfortunately, Right, well, there he or she is. So we'll close it off. So, well, that seemed a little bit more difficult than what it should be, but at the end of the day I am only using a small enclosure for it. So if anyone knows anything or knows anything that I'm doing wrong, then please let me know so that I can change it, because as I say, I am still only new to the hobby and I'd like to give the best to the tarantulas that I can, really. So following on from all of that, obviously I've just done the egg sugar shot challenge and I'd like to show proof that I've also texted to give my donations. I believe that you can also nominate people. I don't know how many people are actually going to see this that I'm going to nominate, but I have a little list of people that I would like to nominate, and first of all is Lee Arden from the Spider Shop for, I don't know, all these amazing spiders here. I would also like to nominate Dave Fisher from Dave's Little Beasties, Kelly from Critters and Creations, Sam from Bug Realms, and Adam from Invertebrarian. So, I hope you all enjoyed it, and we shall see you all again soon.